part of my video to explain how I explain things to the kids, basically. Now I'm in Chile and I explain how difficult it is to buy 2 pieces of bread or 2 bread rolls without plastic. This is a video. Now this man wouldn't sell me the 2 bread rolls unless I had it in a plastic bag, and I told him I didn't want it, I didn't need it, and would he sell it to me? No. And that's the stupid mentality of people here. They just, everything has got to be in plastic. They've got no idea the consequences of the plastic. I was going outside the store to eat it, and what to do with a plastic bag that I don't need. So I explained that to the kids. Then I go to the other part. If it didn't finish there, I had to get a security guard to come and explain it to him. Now this is real, it's not a joke. Trust me, I didn't do this. This just happened and I managed to get it on camera. A security guard, he wasn't going to convince. He wanted to put it in a plastic bag too. This is incredible. I just told him I don't need a plastic bag, but look how many people are queuing up with their bread rolls, with their cheese, with their ham, all in plastic bags. Look at it, 1, 2, everybody's got plastic bags. There's cheese on the counter in plastic bag. I even told the chap, don't touch it with plastic, you don't need to. I can use my own hands, please, because if you give it to them and they touch it with a plastic bag, they will automatically put it in a plastic bag and give it back to you. They cannot understand you don't need to have a plastic bag for everything. Trust me, it's incredible. It took me a lot of, I don't say argument, but convincing for this guy to give me 2 bread rolls without a plastic bag. And he said that I was crazy, and I told him, no, I just know what's going on, you don't. And that is the sad part, people don't know what's going on. Then we go to the other video, which is where I show them what happens to the products that we make now, the computers and everything else, and where it all ends up. The computers have had a very short life, end up in Africa being burned, and the water contaminated, the animals are contaminated. But explain, it doesn't just affect Africa. The wind will take the contamination across to South America, so it comes back to us. Okay, then I explain to them in Spanish all about the contamination in the bottles of plastic, the chemicals that's involved. We just lost a computer. Excellent. Well, let's put that one to it. Now, okay, we'll try this one. And explain to them how many plastic bottles get used, and how unnecessary, and how bad it is for our health, and everything else. Then, I'll try if I can get that in a bit of luck. Go to the photo. No. Okay, no, the last one I wanted to show is not going to come up. That's great. Then I go to Michael Jackson's video, which I hope is going to be there, and I explain basically Michael Jackson. I couldn't think of a better way of explaining it. I mean, he had a troubled life in his personal life, but his music was just incredible. And personally, for me, you know, so I think it's a great loss that we've lost him. But to do a video like this, the Earth Song, was just a fantastic thing for him to do, to leave his message on the planet. And I show this to the kids over and over again to explain. They've seen the first video of What a Wonderful World that David Attenborough explained to us, and Michael Jackson is explaining to us in music and with fantastic graphics what will happen if we don't stop destroying the planet. That's when the real ask, what have we done? We don't ask before. And I show them the kids. They like the music, of course. I don't know how many have actually ever seen the video, but they take interest in it, that's for sure. Now another thing I show them, which is, you know, I'm not saying it's possible, but You can't deny it. Can I find it? Nope, I've lost it while on the show. There is BP in, here we go, BP in plastic bottles. Now, I'm not saying this is correct, but you can't dismiss it. But plastic BP is a chemical that can do all kinds of things to the body. Now, there is arguments that it's changing personal sexual alternative when people are becoming gay. Now, okay, it might sound stupid, and it possibly is, but it could be a point that it's something that's disturbing our chemical balance, for sure. And I explain to kids, because now they're at the age where they're going to be exploring their sexual activities, and this might make them think about what they're doing, and that's the best I can do. I hope you can understand these videos, and I'm trying to do my best to explain in many ways as possible. Now, the thing is, I've been to many schools, and I've now found out the only way you can communicate with kids is by showing them videos, or getting them to write down what they think of the videos. And that's what I've been doing. And the kids do write a lot, and it's been fantastic. I've had 3 different classes. That's the first class, second class, and this is the third class. But what I do is I make sure they write down the first video and the second video. Then I take the paper away from them, and then I swap it with somebody else's, and then they can read the other person's opinion, and then start writing from the third video to the fourth video, and I take them again and swap them again. So people get to see other people's opinions on paper. So nobody has to talk, nobody has to say anything, but they can read. And hopefully that is the best way to get through to the children the message of what's happening. Because they're too shy to talk, but they will read and they will write. So hopefully that is the best way. And I hope and pray that this is not going to be the end of our planet. It sounds ridiculous, I know, to think the planet could end, but you try and explain to somebody that 20 years ago that cows would be eating plastic. They would say you're crazy. But it happens today. And a lot of things that you could not imagine are actually happening. So I'm doing my best. I don't know what else I can do, but I just sort of explaining. I think it's the best way I found to explain my concern. I'm trying to be on the positive side, not the negative. Trying to be part of the solution, not to be part of the problem. I just don't know if it's going to be helpful or not. The only way we can find out is wait until we see the future. And that is the end.